Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey, and builds, beats, Battle Royale. That's right, that is a social media post that Fortnite put out. It is just a picture of Beets, and they captioned it as builds period, beats period, battle royale period. And the only thing that I can think of that this would be referencing is The Office, when Jim is pranking Dwight and says bears beats Battlestar Galactica. So I'm guessing this means that The Office is coming to Fortnite, and just how insane is that? And we know that when oh gosh, what was the other office that Jim went to? Shoot, can't think of it. Oh man, when Jim went to the other office and he was working there, they all loved to play Call of Duty, right? So now we could see these characters in Fortnite, and it makes sense, right? To have those, obviously, those characters would have come to love Fortnite, and it would be cool to see them in Fortnite playing, a shooter game, being in a shooter game, in a battle royale game. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. If you have a different guess, let me know. But that's the only thing I can think that this would mean. And another thing that I am a huge fan of is The Office. And another thing that I would just be like, oh my gosh, how come they are trying to take every single one of my monies? All right. But yeah, that's the news I have for you today. There was I guess if you play on PC, there was some sort of bug on the latest install. Let's see. Yeah, we fixed an issue where new PC installs of Fortnite weren't installed properly. Players with this bug, please close out of your launcher and reopen it to refresh your library and see Fortnite installable again. Okay, so if you were recently you were trying to newly install Fortnite and it wasn't installing properly, I guess that there was a bug with something. They got that fixed. Try it out again and reinstall it. Should be good to go. But yeah, okay, that's the news that I have for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at how many people are playing this game. We got. Oops. We have Battle Royale with 67,000, Reload 47,000, OG 37,000, Zero Build 65,000, Reload Zero Build 6,000, Blitz 17,000, OG Zero Build 10,000. Ranked has 11,000, Zero Build ranked 2,000, Reload ranked 44,000, Reload Zero Build ranked 2,000, Odyssey 9,000, Brick Life 1,000, Festival 1,000, Ranked Ballistic 2,000, Save the World 7,000, Creative 2,000. Let's go take a look at our creator made modes. Mini Hide and Seek has 167. 1v1 Build Fight Resin has 4,100. Spino Survival Horror has 3,600. Crazy Sniper One Shot has 119. Steal the Brain Rot has 104,600. Trust Him 2 Horror 2,300. Cars Mega Ramp 757. Scary Shawarma Kiosk Horror has 544. Only Up Fortnite 972. Escape Tsunami for Brain Rots new map 986. There's a whole lot more to be discovered in the Discovered tab. Our peak number was 1,275,751. Well, you could see a pretty dramatic drop off there in the middle of the week. And again, where we're still going on, probably getting close to like a month, right? About a month of like no like major updates. I guess you could say the South Park update was pretty major because it added a whole new area and it added some items, but it doesn't really feel like a major update. It still feels like the same season with just a couple of items added in. Mostly, like the update mostly felt cosmetic. So, you could see where, like I said, if you're somebody who actually, during that holiday break, if you're, for me, that's the busiest time of year, so that's where I'm working the most. But if you're most people, that's when you have extra time off, right? And you probably played a lot, so you might be experiencing some burnout, of playing, the same feeling game so much for such a long period of time. All right, that would be my guess. But yeah, let's go take a look at quests and give you the reminder. Get in here, do your quests. Still didn't get to finish my creds yet, but keep working on those. Your weeklies, get on top of those. In one more day, we will get our next set of weekly quests. Dailies, do those every day, of course. Work on your milestones, play ranked for those ranked rewards. And then that's your reminder. So let's head on over to the compete tab and see what was going on. There wasn't anything, right? Yesterday was Tuesday. Oh, no, there was, but it was just, there was one solo ranked cup. Besides the victory cups, there was a solo ranked cup. So let's take a look at what happened in the solo ranked cup for Battle Royale. Now we know these ones, placement points are key, right? So our first place was X3 Kian 2 with 469 points, with 9 matches played and 2 wins, 48 eliminations. Okay, before I even go through the numbers, looking at second place, it's the user is It's Actor with 421 points, 10 matches played, 1 win, and 61 eliminations. So they played more matches. They did get 1 less win. They got 13 more eliminations, but they still ended up in second place by a good 50 points about. And, I'm going to guess the difference is going to be placement points. All right, so let's look. First place, average placement was 12th. They averaged 5 eliminations per match. 96 elimination points, 373 placement points. When we get to second place, average placement 25th. They averaged 1 more elimination per match, but that is like a difference of 13 placement points, or 13 places. So that's a pretty sizable difference. So they had 122 elimination points, which is a good 26 points more than first place, but 299 placement points, so 74 less placement points in total, even though they played 1 more match than first place, and all because their average placement was just 25th, getting to the top 25, but then not getting past that on average. Obviously, they got the 1 win, so that means a lot of times they were getting eliminated even faster than the top 25 for them to average all the way that far down, even with getting a win. So there you go. There's a look at that. And again, just show the difference. Like, especially, if you're, if you end up in a situation where you're playing a cup, and let's pretend you have to get into the top 500, you know, um, the placement points could be that much of a difference between, getting ahead of number 500 so that you get it, or ending up behind them so that you end up not getting the prize. So really focus on those placement points. Yeah, I mean, even looking down, I'm trying to go far down to see what it is. Like, let's just go to 250. Okay? 250, 9 matches played, 0 wins, 2 eliminations. So they barely got any eliminations. 2 eliminations total. Okay? They didn't even average 1 elimination per match. But got 96 points still. So 4 of those replacement points, but averaging in 48th place got them 92 points. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like if you listen to this podcast, you can do way better than that. You can, again, easily average 0.2 eliminations per match. They got 1 elimination in the one match and another elimination in another match. You could do that, no problem, right? And then placement, 48th. Their average placement was 48th. I know if you listen to this show, you can do way better than averaging 48th place in a match. Across 10 matches. So I want to hear about you guys playing in some of these cups. And then I want to hear how many points you scored and what place you ended up in your region. I want to know what region you're playing in, how many matches you played. I want to know your placement points when you're playing the Battle Royale Cups. And I want to hear how you place. Let's set a goal. I mean, again, if we're looking at this one, playing 10 matches and averaging 48th across those matches, you can do it. I know you can. So I want to start hearing about those stories in the comments. All right. There's a look at competitive, and hopefully some motivation for you to realize that you can, easily get yourself on these leaderboards. All right. Okay, so let's see. That is a look at competitive. Let's go take a look at the item shop and see what's in the item shop today. Okay, in the item shop today, we have the special offers and bundles. We have Lisa, there's cars, Jam Tracks. OG shop is still here. The Academy Champions are still here, but they're rotating out today. 28 years later is still here. The Isaac Unbound bundle is still here. Today we have this Shadow Merc outfit for 800. The Stuffy Smasher pickaxe for 500. The Overdrive emote for 500. The Gilded Scully outfit with the Golden Scully satchel back bling. So this one looks like, it's a reskin of the original Scully. 1,200. The Bombastic emote for 500. The Moonpunk Ione outfit for 800. Double Cross outfit with the Floral Shell back bling for 1,200. Maniacs pickaxe for 500. You have the Xenia outfit for 800. Living Large emote for 500. The Pepperthorn outfit with the hard case hero back bling for 1,200. Orbital Abductor pickaxe for 1,000. You got your kicks in there. South Park is still here. The Teen Titans, Cyborg, Starfire, Beast Boy, they're still here, but they're rotating out today. Catwoman 0 and Batman 0 bundles are still here. The No Sweat section is still here. Victory Vibe section is still the same. Adventure Time items, they're all still here. Fortnite drops. Let's see here. We added in the Meowscles of Boxer bundle. That got added back in. The Bull Shark outfit, Gia outfit, and Spire Immortal outfits got added back in. And then we got the Megalo Stompers kicks for 600 V-Bucks. These are new kicks. They are like the monster, dinosaur, they're kicks with like the bones around them. They look pretty gnarly. 600 V-Bucks for those. Kazuna AI is still here. Juice World has returned, the World Takeover bundle, and that looks like everything today. You can get any and all of these items using code Mikey, MMMIKIE, in the item shop, and some of the proceeds will go to help support the show. There's a pretty decent amount of cool items in the item shop today, so makes it a little tougher to pick the item of the day because I got some good choices, but I know what I'm going to go with our item of the day today. I will go with the World Takeover bundle, the Juice World outfit, the jam tracks, the pickaxe, the wrap. Yeah, it's cool. I do like Juice World's music. This is I really like this version of Juice World. If you got the free one, that's cool to have. That's nice to have. But if you want to take your next step of fandom and getting a real cool version of Juice World, this is a good one. So there you go. That is your item of the day today. All right, now let's get to comments from the community. All right, let's see here. We have on YouTube, Pokebud701 says, I love the podcast that you make. Me and my brother listen to the podcast in the car to school. I have the current battle pass and I'm on the extra rewards, but I don't know why they made this season longer than most other seasons. Also, if the next season is a crossover, what crossover would you want it to be? All right. Awesome, Pokebud. Thank you for listening to the show, and thank your brother as well. And yeah, this happens every year. Because they have the holiday, right? The holiday season right there in the middle where they take a few weeks off. So the season that lands in this time period always ends up being longer, because they take that break. So that's just kind of something to expect every year, that usually this season is a little bit longer. And it just is what it is that way. I want to know what crossover you and your brother would want to see. If they have another crossover season, what would I want it to be? Again, I love that we have all the Adventure Time items in the game because I love Adventure Time. If we actually made like a Adventure Time island, That would be really cool to me. I would love to see all the different worlds, because you got like the candy world, or the candy land. You could have like the fire land. You could have the uh the like plant. You could have the jelly area. You could have a whole bunch of different biomes across the map that are, you know, biomes in the Fortnite. In the Adventure Time universe. So that would be a cool one to me. Again, let me know what you would love to see. All right, that's what we had on YouTube. Let's head on over to Spotify, where Jackson Prevo says, I wonder if it would be like Festival, where it's no guns at all, but have proximity chat and visible gamer tags. So people can make friends like Delulu, but without the toxicity of betraying someone. Jackson, yeah, that seems like something that they should just put in Festival anyways, right? Because you are, when you're, if you're, especially if you're playing something like Battle Stage, and you're playing with a bunch of other people, and you're, all listening to music, yeah, you'd think you might want to chat to the other people that you're playing with, and you have that shared interest in the music that's being played, and that you, like you said, you might just make some friends. So yeah, I could see that. Let's see here. Fortnite fan 101 says, hey, first off, I am so happy that the Lil Raptor is in the shop, because when it first came out I didn't have enough V-Bucks for it, but I got some V-Bucks for Christmas and now I can buy it. Nice. It says, second, you asked what I think is going to be the new mode and what I hope the new mode will be. I hope the new mode will be like Among Us, but Fortnite said we're getting a mode called Pimlico, and it's a basketball mode. P.S. Sorry for the long comment. Have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm. Oh, did they say that? Did I miss that? I don't remember. I don't see any. Let me check the in-game feed here. I don't see anything in the in-game feed. And, I check the website every day. Let me know where you saw that, because I don't see anything about that. But if they're if it's a basketball mode that is coming, that is cool, and I want to know about it. So let me know where you saw that news. All right. Thank you, Fortnite fan 101. And yeah, I think, when we had an imposter, it was really popular, so I could see why you'd want that back. Let's see here. Louis Grant, new mode. Also, what's your favorite skin, and what's your least favorite one you hate? And one, I don't know, maybe it was a typo there. Like the end doesn't make sense. But what's my favorite skin? I don't know. It's hard to choose because I like so many. Like I like the Ninja Turtle outfits. I like the Adventure Time outfits. I like, some of my favorites that are originals. I like Human Bill. I like Suki. I like Whiteout. There's a ton that all kind of like would be tied for me, that I just like them all. So that's it for me. And what's my least favorite, or one I hate? I literally don't have one. I just don't have anything I hate. If I have least favorite, it's the birds. Remember when they made like all those bird outfits? Like I don't know, like those ones, they're the least appealing to me. So yeah, I guess it would be all those different birds. that they made. But yeah, there's none that I actually really like hate. Thank you for your question. Let's see here. Ben says, I heard the new game mode is basketball on other leaks. If it is, I'm excited. There we go. Okay, so maybe that's where it's being put out there, is leaks. And, all your comments came after my episode, so maybe there were some leakers who put out that information after I recorded, because I did look yesterday before recording at all, like the at the big leakers, and at the time when I recorded, there wasn't anything. I am looking at Hypex now. So yeah, like I said, there was nothing yesterday. So when I look at Hypex now, it does look like they're saying that and it's like a Fall Guy sort of like basketball game. Okay, so it's not like basketball. It's going to be like a Fall Guys basketball. So you have the Fall Guys characters, and you're going to be like playing in this like arena with obstacles and like item power-ups and things like you would expect in a Fall Guys game, in a Fall Guys map, or like one of the mini games, I guess. So that does sound fun, actually. I haven't played Fall Guys in a while, but I do like it. And I like the mini games in there, especially they have a couple different ones where it's like you're trying to get a ball into a goal. But if there's like a basketball one, yeah, that looks like that could be pretty fun. All right, so let's look forward to that again. Should be coming in the next update we expect, which will be, I'm recording this Wednesday morning, so should be tomorrow when we expect the next update and expect this new game mode. So there you go. All right. Let's see. That looks like everything today. Thank you so much, everybody, for the comments. Make sure you go join the daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.